Hey guys, this video is to show you about a slip stitch. I've used that in various shops for mostly attaching like the lining to the as it's often called uh, fashion fabric or show fabric, which is the more decorative fabric on the outside of your project. We also used it to attach different fabrics when I was working on hats for like in the Broadway hat shop. Did stuff for Broadway and Disney cruises and stuff, but it's a different story. So it comes in handy for those things, and I'm sure there are other projects that it can help with, because it's just attaching like two fabrics together, the like folded fabrics over, and then to like inconspicuously stitch them together. So I'll show you how that's done now. Let's get started. So here I've threaded my needle. I've got it double threaded. It's not always necessary, especially if you're working with heavy fabrics and have upholstery thread. That's probably good enough as it is. I just, I'm sometimes too overly cautious to be safe. Anyways, so I've knotted at the end. Get the knot on camera. There we go. And I'm using a contrasting thread just so you can see it for this video, but anytime you're working like professionally on this, you would want to use matching threads so that it's not so noticeable. Have the edges of the fabric folded over, because I've most often used this, I think, when attaching like linings to outside fabrics. It can be sometimes referred to as fashion fabric. So, and usually it's two pieces of fabric, but I'm just grabbing from my scraps. Figured it was easy enough to take one and fold it in half like this. Take your needle and go up right at the fold, and then directly across from it go into the other fold and out about like a 1/4 inch further. And then directly across back to the original fold and go up about a 1/4 inch also. Try as best you can to keep the stitches straight across from each other, because if they're diagonal, the stitches are more visible, and the point of the stitch is to keep everything invisible. You see where that's coming from. There we go. So even though there's contrasting thread, you may notice that you still can't really see the stitches. So once you've gotten all the way around, I'm just a little nervous because my camera times out like any time within the next few minutes. Would go back through to the last stitch, like right next to it. Underneath it and around. Knot it and then go back in so you can hide the tail. And chop. There you have the slip stitch. Thanks for watching.